Okay, let's see. First of all, where am I? Where? Around, over, under. Let's see what kind of bugs crawled on it. Bugs all over the place here. The further you go south, the more bugs there are. That's the way it goes. No, they don't need washing yet. They're not too bad. Oh, Christ, I can't even see. I got this, picked up this Craftsman. It's one of these. Let's see what's on the radio here and where I couldn't see. Reelfoot Lake National Park. Reelfoot Lake. And it's spelled R-E-E-L. Reelfoot. I imagine, for fishing, a fishing reel. I don't know. A reel, if it's real. I think that's R-E-A-L. Really? This is R-E-E-L. I'm assuming that's how you spell, like reeling in a fish. Reel. I don't fish, I don't know. I'm offering it up. Boy, that brings back memories. Driving around in my car drunk. So anyway, here's what I'm thinking. I figure I was going to start exploring tomorrow. But I think after the ride and whatever, I'm going to be staying here for 3 days. Anyway, I should prepare tomorrow. You know, just rest, prepare, and then go do stuff. Because I'm going to run. First thing I'm going to do is go to Fort Pillow, it's called. Which reminds me, I didn't bring a pillow. I roll up a blanket and use that as a pillow. God, someone's gonna find this entertaining. Let's see. Okay, so Fort Pillow was a Civil War fort. I don't know if it was there before that. It might have been. But I guess there's some action took place there, and there's a park and so on. And then there's other things further into Tennessee. We are right at the border. We're right near the Mississippi. So this lake we're at now is it's right between me and the Mississippi. So I think what I'm going to do is go down to 2 days from now, when I go down to the fort, I will oh my gosh, when I go down to the fort, when I leave, because it's open from 8 to 4:30, when I leave the fort, I will cross the Mississippi and then come back, just to take pictures of, maybe from the bridge or from both sides of the Mississippi anyway. The Mississippi is not actually in Tennessee. I don't know if the border is right down the middle of it. Probably. So maybe half of it is in Tennessee, I'm not sure. But that's just about as far east as you can get. There was something in Memphis I wanted to check out, but due to mob activity, I'm probably going to avoid it. 'Cause I don't think it was anything that I was really intent on anyway. So Memphis is further west than Fort Pillow, but still, the Mississippi and Fort Pillow, that'll be as far west as I get in Mississippi. Then I'll work my way back. But I'll pick one or two things to go see then the next day, and then I'll leave and move to a more central spot in Tennessee, and where there's going to be a whole lot. Like if I can plant myself in the middle of this next bunch I wanted to see, I might be able to stay there. If I can stay there for like a week and go see all the stuff, that would work. I'm kind of far from things right now, but I couldn't find anybody accepting tents or that are open. There's all these recorded messages due to COVID, we're closed. Called a couple of campsites that said already, one today and one yesterday, that said you've reached a number that has been disconnected, and it's the one that was on the website. Okay, this is campsite number 39 at Reelfoot Lake. Signing off. There is the campsite, I believe, before I ever started setting anything up. So that must be still the day before. And there's the rental tag for the space, 4 days. And this is the way I camped when I was in Tennessee. It wasn't really fun because I didn't have my poles with me to hold part of the canopy up. So if it rained, I had to get into the tent basically. And if it wasn't, then I had to set up outside and had to look for shade. And this is the water around there. After I got home, I was looking at documentaries about, I was watching a documentary about earthquakes in that area, and I didn't even realize until I saw photos that looked similar to these that this was actually the New Madrid area where there were, and still are apparently, a lot of geological activity. And this was all land at one time. And all of a sudden there was a massive quake, actually several over the course of like a year. And the land changed forever. And I didn't even know it until I got home that I had stayed right there in that spot. It was in 1811, 1812, around there that it happened. But I guess it's still, according to the Geological Survey, it's still very active and could happen again at any moment. And here is a panorama of where I stayed. was a nice place, but like I said, a lot of bugs. I believe that's it until I get riding the next day.
I've just learned a comic ditty from some of my friends in the city. The voices are short, and I think that you ought to admit that the chorus is pretty. There was a young lady in Pella, fell in love with a bow-legged fella. This husky young chap made her sit in his lap, but she fell straight through into this cellar. Fa-la-la-la, fa-la-la-la, fa-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Fa-la-la-la, fa-la-la-la, fa-la-la-la-la-la-la-la.